You are listening to The Reference Desk, the Wicomico Libraries podcast that connects you to your public library. This month, we're focusing on water safety. The weather's getting warmer, and soon we'll all be looking for places to enjoy swimming and water sports locally. Being surrounded by water here on Delmarva, there's no shortage of options. And activities like swimming and boating can be enjoyed by every member of the family, but it's important to practice water safety. Every year, drowning leads to more deaths in children and teens than any other specific cause other than birth defects. In this episode, we'll briefly touch on some preventative measures that you can take to avoid accidents, whether you're swimming in a pool, the ocean, bay, or river, or if you're boating. For all of these scenarios, it's important to keep in mind the individuals in your party. Precautions for a toddler or infant are much more intense than precautions for a strong swimmer who is a teen or an adult. Knowing the swimming strength of the people you are with is the most important aspect of water safety, or water competency. When you're swimming in the ocean, it's important to be aware of the currents in the water. The ocean is one of the strongest forces on the planet and can pose many dangers. Be aware that if you're on a beach with lifeguards, there should be signage posted if there is a riptide danger. If you are uncertain, ask a lifeguard on duty who should be able to tell you. Smaller beaches without lifeguards present should be used only with great caution. Riptides and even high surf can pose great threats to even strong swimmers, and are one of the leading causes of ocean drowning and injuries. This being said, we'd hate to discourage anyone from enjoying the beach. Many fond childhood memories start at lazy afternoons at the beach. Don't ask your mom about the lazy and relaxing part. Don't think it's going to be the same answer. Ensure that children, especially weak or unskilled swimmers, wear an approved life jacket at all times, and adults should make sure there is supervision constantly. Here on Delmarva, we have no shortage of waterways and estuaries to cool off in when the weather gets balmy. From Warring Point to Snow Hills Public Landing, then points in between. These areas get a lot less tourist attention and can be a great source of idyllic summer fun. Just as with the ocean, precautions should be taken. Life jackets for any young swimmer and constant supervision by adults is key. There can be deceptive currents in many rivers, like the Wicomico, which, fun fact, is one of the deepest rivers in comparison to its width in the world. If you're unsure of the depth of the water, always enter feet first. Pools. If you want to cool off without making any unexpected maritime friends, swimming pools are perfect for you. Public pools generally have a lifeguard on duty during open hours unless posted otherwise. Lifeguards are the lords of the pool. What they say goes. Always listen to the lifeguard. Pool floats, the thing that goes around the arms and the chest, are great for weak swimmers, though any swimmer who is not completely competent in the water should be attended by an adult either in the pool with them or at the edge in case of a quick rescue is required. Pools come in a variety of shapes and sizes. Home pools can be above ground or below with decking or simple ladder entry. Running around the perimeter of the pool is discouraged. For extra safety, particularly for those times when the pool is not in use, fencing or a tight-fitting cover is a good way to deter uninvited guests, furry and otherwise. When you're boating. Around here we fish, crab, and generally find all types of ways to get our hands on the watershed's bounty. Whether trot lining, fly fishing, or just enjoying a day out on the water, there are several ways to be sure you stay safe. Life jackets. I know, a common theme, but I promise they're popular because they're effective. For everyone on the boat. Keep a radio on board, a two-way radio, if you may be even possibly going out of the range of your cell towers. And sometimes if you're on these bigger bodies of water, you can run out of your cell tower range and you can't call for help if you don't have a tower. Be sure that young children on board are able to follow directions, like staying seated and not leaning too far overboard. We may all be wearing life jackets, but you still may not want to take a swim today. The number one tip for water safety that applies to every single topic we've talked about today is don't swim alone. Even the most competent of swimmers can have an accident. Besides, it's a lot more fun in the water with friends. For more information about precautions and resources for water safety and swimming classes in our area, please visit the Red Cross of America's website, which will be listed in the description down below in this podcast. Next month, we will start our summer series of What You're Reading. We will be choosing 2 books that are available on the library's digital service, Hoopla Digital. We'll be choosing one from the children's section and one from either adult or YA, depending on how we're feeling that day. We will be reading the first chapter of the book to give you an idea of the writing style is, as well as the synopsis from the book jacket. You might find your next great beach read, pool read, bay read, boat read, whatever. However you decide to enjoy the water this summer, we're going to hopefully keep you entertained. Also, I'd like to recommend and put a plug in for the Beanstack challenge we have going on right now that is for water safety in particular. It is available at this moment on the Beanstack website. You can access through the library's site, www.wicomicolibrary.org. Please feel free to go give that a look. It's a great way to learn about different things you can do to promote water safety, and it's a great way for young children and even adults to refresh their memory on how to make sure that we have the best time this summer and there's no unfortunate accidents. And I think that's all for the day. Thank you for tuning in, and talk to you next time. Future episodes may feature a variety of topics, ranging from storytelling, arts and crafts, reader's advisory, reference questions, discussion, and more. We also encourage feedback through our Facebook page or in the comments section on the podcast. Visit us online at www.wicomicolibraries.org. Search for Wicomico Libraries on your favorite podcasting site. You can call us at 410-546-5397, or you can email us at center@wicomico.org. That is CENTRE @wicomico.org.